My name is Lewis Tyler, Managing Editor of International Fire and Safety Journal. Delighted to be here at INTERSCHUTZ and joined by Peter Schramm of VdS. Peter, how are you doing?
Nice to see you, Lewis.
Good to see you. Obviously, we spoke before about the importance of INTERSCHUTZ for collaboration. Just in terms of this event, for companies and how you work with them and insurers, how important is INTERSCHUTZ in terms of collaboration and building those relationships with the industry?
So for us, for VdS, it's a really important exhibition and a really good place to come together as well. It's a little bit sad that it's only every 4 years, but then we are really focused on it, and we like the possibility to come together with all our customers and members and partners as well. So it's a really, really important part here.
And obviously, when you're speaking to so many people here, as I know you do, you're finding out a lot about the industry, the challenges. So right now, what are you seeing as the fire safety challenges the industry are facing? And from that feedback, how are you going about addressing those challenges?
Yes. So I think one of the biggest points, not only here at this part, but we know it and we recognize, okay, it's coming up here as well, is of course all this stuff about remote and digitalization in our areas and in the products as well. It's not for us, it's not quite new, but we recognize, okay, it's coming up more faster and with more products, with more different manufacturers as well. So this is one of the main parts. Of course, when we talk about remote, we talk about AI certifications and the possibility to bring these new products with the new innovation stuff inside, let's say, old areas of business, or especially new ways of coming together. And this is, I think, one of the biggest chance to say we want to help inside this business and bring it to life.
I'm glad you mentioned the technology side because, listen, walking around the show, you're seeing a lot of AI, robots, IoT. How are you seeing that change the industry, and how, as VdS, are you kind of pivoting to react to that?
I think it's really good that it's coming up. But we have to find out, is the quality the same? So, I mean, this is one of the parts that we focused out in our labs as well. It's not only the old one to say, okay, it's A or B or 0 and 1. It's more like, okay, how is it possible that self-testing detectors, for example, come in future life and come inside the buildings? And this is not a really new part. I mean, inside the business there are parts of detectors, and there are certifications for it, and it's one step by step, but in the really bright area of field. And that's not only electric. I think it's really important to see that it's different kinds of it. So it's water mist as well, and foam and all these stuff inside fire protection. Yeah.
And again, that brings me perfectly on to my next question in terms of certification and regulation.
Yeah.
How are you seeing that shift? And again, how are you reacting to that? Because there's a lot of, the fire ground is changing, the industry is changing in terms of regulations. How are you reacting to that?
It's the same way that we do over 100 years ago. We have really close inside the product or the idea of innovation. Sometimes there is not a product, there's only an idea to bring up, and we are really happy that a lot of customers invite us in the really early beginning. And then we have to find out, okay, is there a regulation or a guideline or something that we can use for the testing part? And if not, we can help to say, okay, it's written down, approval for innovation products, also without norms and standard. And this is one of the parts that we can bring inside our knowledge, inside the idea or innovations for new products. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult because, I mean, it's not a new part to say most of the regulations are old, and the new products and the new ideas, it's not really combined with the old guidelines, but of course there are some possible successful ideas to bring it to the market. Yeah.
And then just to finish up then, obviously at INTERSCHUTZ you speak to many. It's about the here and now for the industry.
Yeah.
but also there is an element of looking towards the future. I know we've discussed some of that before, but just in terms of how you see the future of the industry and what you're hearing the future is going, just talk us through what you see coming in the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, so we see that there is coming up a lot of new products with a lot of new ideas, but we have to focus on the quality of these products. And of course, if you can see a lot of reps here, and it's a fire brigade exhibition as well. And the firefighters, of course, need strong, successful, good products to say, okay, it's on or it's off, and it works or it doesn't work. And when it's not work, it's not a good idea to bring it to life. So our focus is still in the next 4 years as well to be the part of, okay, we are testing the quality of your product, and when it's good, you will get a certification. And it's not the idea to say it's bad or it's good. Our part is to say it works or it doesn't work. And when it works, as I said, you will get the certification with a norm or standard that is given, or with standard we can help with. Yeah.
Peter,
thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you.